Oh, it's starting!
Oh, good, it's starting! Never mind, later.
Just in time, Jova.
Yes, good.
Hi, Reggie.
Welcome everybody to the Nintendo Treehouse event thingy.
Part
whatever.
1, since part 2's tomorrow.
Just show off Zelda, Reggie. Come on.
Actually, it's about the whole Orlando thing, guys.
At our E3 booth this week.
Yeah.
Oh.
At Nintendo, we try to make our fans smile.
Respects.
This week at E3, we'll also be shedding a few tears. Please join me in a moment of silence.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, this.
So,
It's the
What?
thingy.
hello?
Moment
No,
of
no, no, no.
silence.
I suppose. Oh, there you go, Zelda.
Okay.
I guess that was supposed to be the moment of silence or some shit.
Yeah.
All right.
If you've
Heil
been a fan
Hitler.
of Nintendo over the years, you'll know that the Nintendo experience is different at every E3.
Got
We
that right.
always look for the best way to introduce our most important content. And this year is no different. And that's why we're coming to you directly from our show booth on the set of Nintendo Treehouse Live. On
Huh.
the other side of the wall behind me, the finishing touches
Yes, it
are
is.
being made before we open it up to thousands of industry insiders in just a couple of hours. That space will immerse visitors in the world of a single game, the newest entry in the Legend of Zelda franchise.
Yeah.
What's in store
All
is
right.
an entirely new format for a Zelda game. 3 decades ago, the first Zelda game changed the way millions of people thought about video games. And this week, you'll discover
Not
a game
really.
that
Hard
Probably
letting
pissed them
first,
off.
them thinking again. Here's the
Well, the
first
thing
look
is,
at
he's talking about for
Zelda
mainstream audiences and
I
shit.
know, I know.
Open your eyes.
It was too tempting, though. Voice acting!
Voice acting?
Voices in it.
Voice acting in
Wait,
this game?
I'm behind. I'm behind. What is this?
This is
Voice
what all
acting!
true warriors strive for.
My god!
Oh my god.
Nintendo are using voice acting.
Well, you know what? Well, sure. The thing is, the last time they tried it with SCWRM, it didn't work out very well.
Honestly,
Yeah,
Pedro, but it
Pedro,
worked
there was
just
no
fine.
reason for them to push it under the rug the way they did.
Got that right. And besides, they had good voice acting with that Kid Icarus game.
I don't know, but I mean,
yeah.
voice
Wow.
acting in Zelda game has been
Wow.
somewhere.
Okay, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing this.
Alright, this looks pretty fucking gorgeous, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like it's basically trying to an HD upgrade of the art style from the Skyward Sword.
It's basically, Enuma said it's basically original mixed with Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time sort of stuff.
You lazy shit!
Is that the robot? in the...
My god, there actually is voice acting.
Hi, Link.
Woo!
Like,
I'm very behind.
Okay, guys, I've switched to the YouTube
I am
stream because
refreshing.
the Twitch stream is incredibly laggy.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
really?
It's not
Fine
acting
for
like
me.
that for me.
Yeah.
It looks fine.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think it is. Okay.
So what, in this game Link's in a coma or something?
No.
Oh, come on.
Wait, did you just get to the part where she said wake up?
Wait. So now Link is taking cues from Nathan Drake,
Wow.
climbing cliffs.
Well, remember, Pedro, the whole tweet. Don't worry, Nathan.
I guess, yeah. Oh, and of course, swimming thing.
Ooh,
Setting things on fire, barbecue.
you can cook. Oh, so you cook and collect food.
MG, this is Final Fantasy 15 ripoff, 0 out of 10.
Please, Dweeb. Zelda's been doing that stuff before 15. If anything,
Construction.
it would be the other way around.
It was using the ice arrow, I think.
How?
What the hell?
Oh, that was I'm using the mobile version of Twitch.
You know, I have to say, there's something that's been a recurring theme this E3. It's us getting stuff we wouldn't have expected. I mean, seriously, voice acting in a Zelda game?
Unless I was just like quotes just for the trailer or something.
No.
I
It's
doubt
definitely voice acting, especially since they mentioned it. I mean, because no Zelda game has ever advertised itself like that.
Alright, you guys can't hear my phone, can you?
No.
No.
Good.
Wow.
Oh, here's the robot from the, first trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It's better on my
Ha!
phone.
Sword in the Stone reference.
Well, the Master Sword
Master
has always
Sword,
been
yeah.
like this,
With
Yeah.
this Master Sword, you can do stuff and whatever.
Great.
The
Oh, crap,
Master
I
Sword is
saw.
plain
Zelda.
evil
Come
Spain,
on, give us the
do it.
subtitle.
Breath
Breath of the
Basically,
Breath
Wild.
of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Basically,
Interesting.
audience, you can tell of my experience with the Zelda series.
Anyway,
Alright.
Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Hi, Reggie
The
again.
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild introduces you to a Hyrule that is truly seamless.
Yes,
where
we know it's from
simply moving
Nintendo.
from one place to another begins to create what may be the adventure of a lifetime.
Dweebs, just to reference, what
only is
point are
this
you at
new
now?
world
What
vast,
exactly is happening on your
but it
screen?
feels alive.
Reggie's just
It
come on.
teems with adventure.
Oh, you're
you're a
a
bit
few...
behind.
Link's quest
Yeah, you're
to
quite
Hyrule
behind
will be a
us then.
resource, an ally, an enemy, and always a place for discovery and wonder. This is easily one of the biggest experiences ever created by Nintendo.
Well, that's
And
usually
today,
Zelda for
you're
you.
going to get a close-up look. The portion of the game we're highlighting at E3, a wide-ranging plateau, may seem huge. In fact, no one here this week will be able to explore all of it. But
That's a
even
huge
then,
statement,
that
Reggie.
plateau is only a tiny fraction of the full game.
Unless,
So it's literally
We'll
the
be
episode
devoting
Dasuke.
almost this full day of Nintendo Treehouse
well,
Live
Onuma
coverage to
did say
just
various times in
this
interviews
one
that he
environment.
wanted to go back to that, basically
In the
take the
future,
original
you'll learn
concept of the
more
original
about the
game and
story,
basically
the
make it
characters,
with today's standards.
and the
It
way
makes
in
sense. I
which
mean,
the
back then,
boundaries of
Zelda
all
1
previous
was,
Zelda titles are
well,
being broken.
huge.
Because Zelda 1
But in the end,
back in
full
the day and when it
understanding
first came
and
out
full
was one of
immersion
the
will only come when
open games
you
like where you could
experience
literally
it
go
for
anywhere and
yourself.
you pretty much could go into dungeons out of order and stuff like that.
Before we show
So I'm
you
guessing they're
this
trying to go
biggest
back to that
adventure
ideal.
For Wii U and NX, we're going to show you the biggest new adventure coming up for Nintendo
Oh!
3DS.
Oh, 3DS.
As you've heard, there are 2 new core Pokemon titles
Yeah,
on the
Pokemon
way
Sun and Moon.
November 18th.
So what are you gonna show us?
Pokemon
New
Sun
new
and
Pokemon, new
Pokemon
Mega
Moon.
Evolutions?
Well, we've
Yeah,
seen
I
plenty
do
of
hope they go
Zygarde.
something other than
Pokemon
this,
to partner with.
honestly.
But which one to choose? Exactly.
I'm
Oh,
going for
there you go.
easily water
And what
type.
does the new
All right,
Alola
let me go see
region
some
I go with
evolutions of
Pablo.
the starters.
Rowlet.
Dang it, I was gonna get Rowlet. But I guess I might be the
No,
one to do
Trova, we are
Livy.
like
Then the
6.
2 key developers of the game
Not
itself,
one for each.
producer Junichi
I guess I
Matsuda,
might be the one to take
and
Lyn
director
since
Shigeru
my first
Omori.
starter was a
Okay.
Charizard.
So before we devote the rest of the day to The Legend of Zelda, I'm going to turn it over to the Treehouse team along with Mr. Matsuda and Mr. Omori to show you what it's like to start as a Pokemon trainer in the first ever live gameplay demonstration of Pokemon Sun. And
All
Pokemon
right.
Moon.
Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see,
So
All
let's
right,
just
see how it
let's see.
starts.
take it away.
Let's see what you got. Off to a good start
Come
so
on,
far.
Reggie, give us Mother Free.
Thanks
How
for
about this
and thanks to
instead?
everyone watching for tuning in and joining us for another
Now
episode.
that
Theo,
E3
we're
was
we're
beautiful.
never
Time to
getting
get
that.
started. So as
Oh, we
Johnny
might
was
get it.
Sam
optimistic.
from Nintendo, and joining me up here, I've got Terry from Nintendo and my colleague David from TPCI, and we've also got our very special guests, Masuda-san and Omori-san from Game Freak, who are
Alright.
joining us to chat about Pokemon
Hi,
Sun
hi,
and
hi.
Pokemon Moon. Now, Pokemon
Yeah,
fans
this
already
poem's
know that you guys have
this
a
point,
very
I'm
long
surprised
history of working with
Masuda
the
hasn't
Pokemon
done anything
franchise.
like-
But can you
like,
tell our
he's
viewers a
gonna
little bit more
suggest I'm
about
getting
what
too
you
old
guys
for
are
this
doing
shit.
specifically with Pokemon Sun
Well,
and Pokemon
actually, I
Moon?
believe it's his son that took over, so his son's, more new to it.
歴史は長いんですけれども、今回のポケモンサンとポケモンムーンでの役割について教えてもらえますか。
そうですね、
はい
今年ポケモンが20周年ということで、ここから先
Yeah, I
の
like
ポケモン
oranges
未来に向けてのポケモンということで私はプロデューサーとし
Must
て
learn Japanese.
えー
Must learn Japanese someday when I have the time.
という新しい体制で取り組みました。
So this is the 20th anniversary of Pokemon, as I
Yeah.
think many of you know.
Yeah.
And when thinking about the future of Pokemon, I'm decided
self-taught
that I would be
themselves
the
Japanese,
producer,
and their Japanese is
on this
very
title,
good.
and also pass over the director role over to Shigeru Omori here for Pokemon Sun and Moon.
今回、ポケットモンスターサンムーンの、ディレクターをしました大森と申します。今回は
Translators are the heroes that we
携わりました。
don't deserve, but the heroes that we
And
need.
I was the director on this
I
game.
guess.
Oh, so Shigeru Omori's directing the game
Thank you
this
so much for
time.
joining us today. I
Also,
know you
nice
brought
touch
some art
having,
assets we can
kind
take
of
a
like
look
a
at to introduce
William
folks to the
Blues.
Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Sun collection.
So
By the
Omori's
way, who
directing
else-
the game this time, not
Video footage that you
Masuda.
brought
By the way,
us.
who
So,
else is
folks
baffled
watching,
by
please
the
hit tab, we're
types of
actually
the
gonna get that queued up for you so you can take a
legendaries?
look.
I know, right?
Seriously?
I was saying that to the hold on, intro.
I don't really know, so...
Don't worry too
No, I
much
was
about
saying to
it.
Dreams the other day.
Yeah.
Seriously, you have a Pokemon represent the sun and you make steel.
Welcome to paradise,
Psych.
cousin. This is the Alola region.
Also, I love the new mentioning of that cool QR thing, which allows you to actually scan Pokemon onto your Pokedex and learn about them, so that you don't have to actually catch them to learn.
Was a good job you can't catch them, otherwise they'd be broken as fuck. And there'd be no point of
Yeah.
Pokeballs, would there?
It's a nice evolution. Oh, hi, Solgaleo. Psychic Steel,
Solgaleo.
yes.
Yeah. You think it's gonna be fire or something. so-
Wait, to be fair, steel makes sense because space and all that. But psychic.
Not really.
Oh yeah, and also Lunalala is Psychic and Ghost, which means you'll be weak to darks, you know.
I was saying to Dreams the other day, Deji. The thing is, the sun is not the heat of the sun is not because of molten metal, but because it's entirety of gas. So the last thing you see on the sun is fucking metal.
Also, so calling it now that
Mysterious
Lily Gal is
assistant,
going to
bouncy friend,
betray
and,
you at some point.
Don't you
November
mean
18th.
24th?
24.
All right, so there's a lot for us to talk about just from
Not
the footage
really.
there. The first thing I'd like to actually ask you is if you could tell us a little bit more about the background of why you went with Sun and Moon as the titles for these games.
まあ今の映像で結構話す内容というのが出てきたんですけれども、まずはそうですね、
It sounded
サン
cool.
とムーンのタイトルについて由来をちょっと教えてもらいます。
Japanese always sounds cool, despite what the actual meaning may be at sometimes.
Yeah.
And apparently Japan has the same thoughts of our language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all gratuitous English they use in their games.
I can still remember. I remember when they went. I watched the trailer when they were first announcing Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Masuda actually said Hoenn confirmed.
So, I guess the next
Well,
Although
even-
language barriers can create some hilarity.
Yeah.
Even the entire premise, they call this Poketo Monster, so...
For example, for here on Earth, obviously, the sun really is the source of all life on this planet.
Praise
and
the
in the same
sun.
way in the Pokemon world, it's also the source of
You
life
know what
on
would be
the planet.
funny is
And
if
the
we
moon also
translated
affects
that as to
all of our
saying,
life here as well.
we got
This
bored and
game
decided to
really
take
wanted to
inspiration
express
from
this kind of
MLP,
feeling
Sun and
of a
Moon.
region really teeming with
Yeah.
life, so
No,
we felt
not really.
that Sun
What
and
is
Moon
this?
was-
Honestly,
English
wouldn't
people.
surprise
We're
me at this
totally
point,
original.
when even Hino
Not
takes
relative.
inspiration.
And what do you mean our Pokedex looks like that thing of Yokai Watch? We're original. We came up with it first.
Oh wait, it looks nothing like it. It's red, and it's actually shaped like a house, and it's a Rotom.
No. Remember the rules of the internet, Wibs. Even if Pokemon went out of its way to be a Yokai Watch ripoff entirely, Pokemon still is still original and Yokai Watch is the ripoff because internet rules. That's how it
And
works.
to be fair, Pokemon kinda did do the whole ally reading your Pokedex to you technically first.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that.
I know. I'm just pointing out a technicality, that's all. Don't worry.
Solgaleo and Lunala are
So, guys, you know
Glorified
what?
Wikipedia. They're
So-
both glorified Wikipedias.
So, guys, you all know what to do. Use your fire starter against Solgia, and use a Gengar that's jacked up against
But I'm getting the
Lunalala.
grass
I think fans
starter.
will be really excited about it.
Okay, then fine. Get a fire Pokemon and then use
Not
it
really,
against
Jova. If you want to
Solgia.
use that, if you want to use dark moves, use something like Weavile.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about, you know, the Pokemons with the types.
Yeah, I know, but I mean to be super effective against the legendaries.
Good point.
These games. We can maybe talk about that a little bit too.
まあちょっと伝説ポケモンの話で、先日ちょっと台湾でちょっと
はい。
XY に登場した伝説ポケ
I
モン
heard
について
XY
ちょ
mentioned.
っと発表されたと思うんですけれども、それちょっと話してもらえますか。
そうですね。いよいよ10% ジガルデとパーフェクトジガルデが3
No,
分
no,
に
no, no.
アルフェ
They
クト。
no, no, they were just saying hello.
が出ましたけど、
Huh?
今回このジガルデも活躍するっていうのが
Props on the translator for memorizing all that they're saying and processing it.
Zygarde, the Pokemon that
Well, that's their job.
Okay, here we go.
Originally,
got
Pokemon
art.
X
Nice.
Oh, here's Zigarde.
showed off their
10% form, complete form.
It's a perfect cell.
You misspelled form 0 out of 10.
It looks like a robot.
They look
Oh.
so cool.
A robot that
And
got
actually,
a
turned
dog.
from a
Well,
dog.
Well, the dog reminds me a lot of the dog from Kiashan.
Where's the other form? That reminds me of... Shoot, I've seen something like that. I just can't quite
Well,
recall.
like a Gundam, maybe.
そうですね、今回のアローラ地方なんですけども、
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, a
Can
Gundam.
you say something we don't know? Like, you know, something that may surprise us?
ポケモンが住んでいます。アローラ地方っていう名前なんですけども、名前の由来としては、命を育む。
Okay, Vialo region, new, yeah, blah blah blah. Too much water, 7.8 out of 10.
Hang on. On the island on the far right, there's a bit there that looks like the Rebel Alliance logo.
Yeah, you're right.
That's actually behind the name of the region itself.
Interesting.
Meaning of kind of.
I wonder what's that
region
construction
miraculous region overflowing
right
with
in that
life
wall.
force that can support all this different.
What's in the? I've forgotten what was in the middle. Is that where the league's going to be
That's really interesting,
based?
since it's not
I don't
connected to
know.
any of the other regions. You've got this
Not the
really
League
interesting area
of
isolation,
Actors. I
and
mean,
we're seeing all these Pokemon that nobody's ever run into before, and it's almost kind of feels like the Galapagos Islands, where you've got this really interesting remote area where all these other
Hey,
creatures are popping up,
homage
and
to
you've
the
got
Galapagos
new Pokemon in a
Islands.
really cool
Ain't that the
environment as
perfect
well.
irony for a Pokemon game?
Aren't they all based on Hawaii?
Well, only one of those well, apparently it overall is Hawaii, but it seems like some of these may be paying homage to the Galapagos Islands, showing us. That would be
Well,
interesting.
So in this-
Darwin's theory of evolution originated there, pretty much.
So in this universe, they took Hawaii, moved it somewhere, and they also took the Galapagos Islands and moved those to near.
Of course.
Alright,
sense
yeah.
to me.
Oh, started.
そうですね、もうどの3体ももう可愛いんですけども、
Come on, we all know
可愛い
Rowlet.
ですけど、可愛いですけど。
についてすごく意識
A
して
gr-
作ってまして
Isn't Rowlet like a ground slash flying? I mean,
No,
grass
no, no,
slash
grass
ground.
slash
動きが可
flying,
愛
yeah.
くなるようなデザインとして作られ
A
ています。
starter who has a dual type on its first
One of
form.
the things they really focus on.
I don't mind that because, you know, one of my favourite HMs is Fly.
Oh yeah, that
I have
reminds
to go
me.
around trying to catch a Pidgey or a Pidgeotto.
Yeah, that reminds me. Didn't Leo also have a dual
やっぱ
type?
りこう世界中の人が見て
I can't remember.
It's
まあ
water.
こう分かりやすい
Too much water.
People are speculating it's gonna be like Seal or Spiel, but it's gonna be water ice, but I don't think
グリーン
so.
が入っていたりとかっていうその分かりやすさっていうのをやっぱり最初の3匹は大事にしています。
I'm actually not entirely keen on the design for
Really
Little.
focus on with the initial Pokemon that you choose for your partner.
Well,
The design
it's a cool
was
idea, the fact that his whiskers and the symbol on his head thing matches the Japanese ideogram for fire. So that's a cool
That's
trick.
pretty.
I think what folks have seen already from the animations that we've
The
shown,
cat
and a
looks like
little
a
bit
real
of video footage we've been able to
snarky
share,
git.
they have a lot of personality.
I'll say.
I actually picked Poplio because I'm like
That's how
hardcore
cats
water
are.
That's
starter
very
fan.
Oh, there you go, Tio. She's also a hardcore
But
water
I'm
starter
having a great
fan.
time so far, and
Yay!
I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
seeing what other folks pick when they get into the starters.
I'm
as
like
well.
few seconds behind, but not that much.
いいですね。
So Tio's the usual water starter, Dwibs is the usual grass starter, and me, I'm just the guy who goes for starters based on what game it is.
Joe just picks
Well,
one.
I love cats, and I probably won't get this game because I don't really.
Okay,
I'm not
so
really-
unfortunately,
But
the parents hated them at birth so much they couldn't even bother giving them real names. They just called them hero or heroine.
Well, Dwebs, the main character of Dragon Quest VIII is also called just the hero.
Yeah.
Also,
Also, I'm thinking that the parents of the girl were too cruel because we gave her that stupid chicken head.
Like I said, even though I don't really care that much, if I were to have a Pokemon game, my starter would always be a water starter.
Ah, keen.
Oh, great! Could you imagine IGN's review of the water and put in Sun and Moon?
そうですね。よりこう
They give it like an 8.7 just to reverse it.
So yeah, we changed the proportions this time.
Oh, oh yeah, that's another thing that's interesting. They're changing the proportions. This may be the first Pokemon game that ever has you not going all too chibi in the overworld.
Yeah, from the first game up until Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they all had slightly bigger heads than normal.
And they were sort of tinier in the body, but this one seems to be going for proportions. And also another thing I noticed is like, well, this game also seems to have spectators in the battles foregrounds based on where you are sometimes, which is.
Can you imagine what that's gonna do to the frame rate in the battles though?
Apparently, they've optimized this game a lot better than the past games too.
Exactly what you're going to see in the final release of the game, but I think we can give you a really good sense of what.
We're in Hawaii, so we need a guitar for our intro song.
Don't you mean a ukulele?
Sounds like a guitar to me.
Well, that's what a ukulele is, a tiny guitar.
That sounds more like a ukulele to
It's a
me.
cute stuffed doll.
So, is this one gonna say, oh, you have an NX in your room or something this time?
Meow.
Not sure exactly what we're gonna.
No, I think it was still a Wii U, but.
My fingers crossed.
Sleep does the body good. Traveling is true education, and unpacking will be the death of me.
Hey Mom, why is your skin tan but mine white?
Instead of giving off Ruby and Sapphire, you're basically moving on to this region. So that
was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a huge house you have.
I don't know what to say. I mean, whoa, the angles and the scale.
I wish I had one house like that on.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to the top-down perspective?
Wow. Hey, I wonder, can you cut grass using the HM cut this time?
Perspective, but I don't mind top down.
And right now we're actually
So
on the way
that's
to
all
a
grass.
neighboring town where there's a festival.
So basically, they're going the Dragon Quest 8 route because the Dragon Quest 8 also has this perspective instead of the over the top thing that it's been having in previous games before.
Yeah, they
It's-
were teasing when they said about the proportions. And Ladybug.
Can't really hear the music all that well though.
I can hear it, but yeah. Battle music sounds nice.
Oh, the menu changed.
Oh, wow, they're using actual instruments fully, it seems. Well, I mean, it doesn't sound as
they did on some tracks.
Oh,
and
you
others
also
that
have
used
a small menu in order to use the Pokeball you have in your inventory instantly, apparently.
Oh my god, thank you!
So you get the
Pokemon.
Yeah, you don't have to go scroll through the menu every single time.
Feeling of the trainer always being with his or her Pokemon.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that in a little bit more detail here because I feel like
Yeah,
there's so
I'll
much to be done
reserve
with,
judgment on the music until I can hear it more clearly because the sound quality is a little off because
Ooh, I love that choir bit.
they're doing it off a stream and stuff.
Well, from what I hear, the
I'll-
soundtrack sounds sweet, but then again, this is just the battle theme. Those usually are good, at least.
One thing I'm
Well,
hoping
there's nothing like hearing it in full high quality, so.
Yeah, one thing I'm hoping for is that I didn't mind the gym leader battle theme in X and Y, but I wish the one in this game's a bit more
iconic.
Yeah, the issue with X and Y's gym leader themes is a bit too ravey.
You know what else I didn't like was the fact that they had that one remix of the battle theme, but the story mode only played during that fight where you have to use a Mega Lucario, and that fight lasts like a few seconds. Yeah, the one against Karina.
Well, when you're
The second
fighting
one
her
against
on
Karina.
the tower.
Yeah. Such an awesome remix. That one sounds more energetic, and yet you hear it for like, what, 10 to 20 seconds before you beat?
It's like the battle theme against Zinnia in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give Toby Fox credit. He actually did sort of satirize this when he made that cool, awesome fight, yet the one that only lasted for a few seconds, that only be a 30-second loop.
Are you talking about? Yeah.
I swear that was such a waste of
Well,
that.
Hang on.
that
Hang on.
that
I
fight
noticed a
was
little
meant to
something
be a
there.
joke anyway, which is why it was the way it was.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said props to him for
What
that.
did you notice?
On the menu where you pick your where you pick the thing, it says the word effective on it. I'm guessing that means is it going to work against the enemy?
Yeah.
So,
Well,
to-
that's That's nice because one thing that the Pokemon game needs is to give as much information as possible to make the player understand how to use them effectively in battle. Like, that was one of the biggest challenges as I revisited in these weeks when I played that, is that the game gives you very little information to work with.
Well, it was a Game Boy game.
No, but
well, actually, it sort of goes over even to the later games.
No, but what I mean is, the more the game passed on, the more information they gave to you in order to make things clear. These are, but not in a way that they held your hand or something. They just said, these are the things as they own. You can see them. Now use them like you want to your advantage.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, Tio, I'm agreeing with you, because like, well, I mean, even stuff like X and Y, which introduced the whole new fairy type thing, could have, done a better job of, explaining, okay,
right,
here's how things have updated.
But unfortunately, we're still, the Pokemon are still John Cena. They can only learn 4 moves at a time.
Alright, let's use the Pokeballs.
What I just hope is that HMs aren't nearly as
What are you talking about,
much.
Twibs? All John Cena does is get beaten up, and then at the very last moment he does the FU and there, win. That's all he does.
And here we go.
So we're able to catch this Pokemon.
You're giving in too much
But it's
credit,
a really
Twibs.
interesting game if you're interested in battle and strategy and in collecting all these really interesting Pokemon that you meet.
Oh, start growing. Okay.
And it was nice there too, seeing how the level up changed.
Yeah, added to the Pokédex.
Alright, I'll read the thing.
Oh, that's nice. They're using actual artwork for the Pokemons on the Pokédex.
That's a nice change of pace.
I mean big artwork, because it was just like an icon or a pixelated artwork. This looks like an official legend one.
Yeah.
実はあそこが空きスペースになっていて、例えばその捕まえたポケモンの進化後か、それとももしかしたらペアとなるポケモンが出てくるかもしれないっていう風に計算してます。いろいろこうどんなポケモンが
Pokemon names have been punny
Yeah,
ever since
I know. It's nice to see that they're keeping up with the tradition, I guess.
Actually, Ladybug is for Generation 2,
We want to catch them all, really fill up the Pokedex, and one way we've done it, as you can see, there's the Ladybug just got registered, but next to it is a white Pokeball icon. And what that does, it indicates there's an empty space, which means that either it has an evolution.
Go back to your
Oh, hello. So something that can indicate that there's another evolution possible in game.
Search and catch all different.
Well, save time to go on the internet and stuff.
I'll
Yeah,
say.
Nova, what do you mean?
Well, apparently they mentioned that, like, well, when there's a white Pokédoll in the, they mentioned something about when there's a white Pokeball in the background in the Pokedex with the icon, that indicates that that Pokemon may have apparently another form, stat change or something, also if they have an evolution.
Oh, that's a new one.
Sorry, I didn't catch the name. What was it?
It's called Yungo.
I can barely read it.
Fungus, I think.
Well, it looks like, it's based on the mongoose clearly, so I guess that's how it is. Yeah, that is.
Look at my camera.
My lens is about to burst.
I love its face. So cute.
Oh, wow. Oh, oh yeah, I just noticed.
Your Ratata ripoff for this game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's another cool thing, actually. I'm surprised they didn't bring it up earlier, but yeah. Your avatar actually shows up in the battle with your Pokemon and apparently has expressions and everything during battle.
Alright, let's catch him.
There were some expressions in the last game.
Well, you get what I mean, Driz. I mean, your actual, character shows up outside of, just throwing the Pokeball.
Yeah. And there we go. You've caught Yungos.
Oh, Yungos.
One thing that I really liked in Pokemon Black and White was how every time when you were in a major battle and your opponent was only left with one Pokemon, it switched to the main Pokemon theme.
That's the gym leader one.
Well,
yeah, I know, but what I mean, like, I kind of like that. I kind of wish they kept it.
Yeah, honestly, I'd rather just, the gym leader theme itself should be enough.
情報をくれたりとか、まあ冒険で次どこ
So
に行けば
I still don't get on one thing. Well, aside from talking to you, you know, what is the difference of your Pokédex being possessed by a Rotom?
I think I read more about it earlier, but I think we should. I don't quite recall. Might as well let them explain.
Like, I guess it habilitates the QR code thing.
Your adventure where you should go next, for example. So it serves as a really cool supportive function.
Alright, let's found a potion. Okay.
Got a potion.
So right here, actually, we're
You
still
open the
really
medicine
early in the
pocket
game.
and
We
put the
don't have
potion
Rotom
away
Pokédex,
inside.
The touchscreen is just black on the bottom.
That's
but you'll get it
strutting.
later.
And here, actually, this is a great chance if we just like take a little quick
Like
circle
a
around, we can
mouse.
show off not only the trainer's proportions, but also the movement is a little bit different than what folks who played previous Pokemon games
The ocean of
expected.
頭身が
Fanta.
変わっただけではなくて、今ちょっと移動のなんていうんですかね、その見た目っていうか、ちょっと
This looks kind of weird.
Maybe it's because he's climbing up.
So yeah, you can move
Yeah.
around. It's free.
That's
dialogue.
usually games recently tend to have an animation for that. Huh?
We need
What
to
the
tell
hell?
players what's going
No,
on
no,
here.
it's just my phone.
When they're
No,
seeing
but what the hell is
shadow
that? You know,
come
close
in.
up.
そうですね。
Yeah.
まあ今あそこの
So
キャラ
that
クターが
signifies
モンスタ
that
ーボールを投げて
that's a
るんですけど
trainer that may encounter you, so the game is warning
トレー
you.
ナーの視線
I
に引っ
guess.
かからないように
Yeah, I
まあ
think-
上下でこうその緊張感をこう表している。
So
So you
this
see
is
that,
like in Kingdom Hearts,
lady over
where
there,
it
the
does
girl
something
throwing
so
a
that you know there
Pokeball
could be a
up and
battle
down.
that's
She's
about
a
to
Pokemon trainer, and
ensue.
What she's
guess
obviously going
so.
to try and battle you, but what
Yeah,
that kind of,
go around.
appears on the screen
Around
indicates
and
is that
around.
there's a-
Go the other way.
battle, so it kind of
Yeah.
increases this sense of tension of you're about to go into a battle. And indicates
They're all
that
just
way.
waiting for you.
avoid her or
Yeah.
actually battle her.
じゃあこうバトルするか、避けるか。
So are you gonna battle her or
It's like
what?
that moment where
There
two
we
people are
go.
glaring at each other.
There.
Ready to
I'll
fight.
show you my sister who I'm super close to.
But it is really nice
What?
if you're in a position where maybe you're trying to get somewhere really quickly, or your
You
Pokemon
are
aren't in
challenging
great
last
shape right now,
Audrey.
you don't want to fight. It's nice to have that second where you can avoid it before you just
What
kind of
she has?
stumble yourself
A
into a battle.
Caterpie?
Oh my
Seriously?
god! Oh my god! The trainer models actually show up in battle. It's not just a still image like in
And
Gen
again, so we can see
6.
here, we're seeing a trainer as well. And
It's a
really
level
nice
3
actually just to
Caterpie.
get
What
such a
the
good
hell?
look at the
Seriously,
Pokemon
lady?
proportions
That's what you're
alongside
challenging
their
me with?
trainers.
今回トレーナー相手のトレー
This
ナー
is
も
probably a very early world in the game.
It's the you only just got out of the
そう
town.
ですね。結構そう
Also,
いうところがやっ
why
ぱり
is the
こう
last having
トレー
a
ナーがいる
bug
こ
type
とによって
Pokemon?
表現
Usually
できる
there's
形
bug
Hey, what I
catcher.
miss?
Sure.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the new things I think by having the trainers.
Basically, Joe, no more still pictures of trainers when you're battling them.
Wow, so they all, like,
people when they take a look at just
Cool, wow. So for every trainer, even like, you know, the usual
まあ
ones?
結構多分今まで実感湧かなかった部分も多かったと思うんですけど、まあ実際遊んでみてやっぱ
That's awesome.
この大きさだったんだ
Alright,
って
let's
思う
finish this.
ところも多分多いんじゃないかなって。
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't played it for a while, but the trainers didn't really show up in the battle in X and Y, did they?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
No,
Yay.
they didn't really show up in any. They didn't even show up in any of the other games.
Destroy bitches Pokemon and steal their money.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Oh, actual animations of... Well, yeah, but you technically had animations, but more full animations. Seamless ones.
I think there might be some more folks.
You
who
see,
can battle.
Jova, because, you know, with more polygons at
Number one route
disposal,
on the
the Game
spectrum.
Freak team can show the real emotions of the character.
Number one route on
Of
the
course.
spectrum, Spectrum's Captain Scarlet. Bum 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 bum.
Ba, 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 ba.
It's really great how it feels,
I love that,
fits in with
Is the
the
youngster?
environment.
Please battle me.
Sure, kid, why not?
素晴らしいですね。南の国
You are challenged by Preschooler Oliver.
I love how enthusiastic he
Preschooler.
is.
School.
Alright, I'll
He's not 10 yet.
Ah, cute.
And he has that young goose we caught before. Alright.
Well, in terms of evolution, this Pokemon game is certainly showing it.
With how
Yeah.
the battle interface is
Nice.
set up, it's
Not
really easy to just
completely,
get
but we
super
still have to
involved
see
in the battle
the
to
actual
whatever
evolutions
extent
for the
you want
Pokemon
to
we've
be.
seen so
You've
far.
got every information at your fingertips.
Yeah.
It's not that you have to look at it all, but it's so nice that if there's anything that you need to check on, you can
I
do it so
actually
quickly,
wonder how the
and
Mega
you still feel
Bracelet will
really
be
immersed in the
integrated
battle.
in this game, this generation too. Because, you know, it always had some kind of in Generation 6 when it was introduced. So, I wonder.
すぐに出せるのはやっぱこう便利ですね。
ああ、そうで
What
す
will
ね。
Poplio do?
バトルをしていて、まあ、こいつ、どんな状態だったり
Yeah, I wish there was a
Yeah,
button
the
saying.
smaller gun
こう
him.
いう情報に出せるっていうこと。
If there was a button that said nothing, that would be
あとつきやすくなるかな
that'd be funny.
入れました。
So yeah, of course, it really.
Okay, FTA's tweet here. Plot twist for Pokemon Sun and Moon. The Sun and Moon are actually fighting. You must stop them. Stealth remake of Milky Way wishes.
That wouldn't surprise me.
The Sun and Moon become Pokemon. You're just about to get the item too.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Another new one.
Oh!
Sticky Pack.
Sticky Pack. So it's a woodpecker and it's probably gonna be fire elemental.
But Pedro, it's got picky at
Well, even though last week I wanna see another fucking Talon flame.
I can't even speak, but so
I mean, cool design and all, but more annoying during competitive battles.
16回というのは特徴だよね。16回っていうのは大事。
Very particular about the number 16.
That's interesting, yeah, watching its animation as it's got very bird-like movements.
It's not super effective, so it's not fire type.
I think that the level of detail that you guys have put into all the Pokemon animations in this game is really fantastic.
ポケモンそれぞれの動きとかすごい細やかに設定してるという話だったんですけど、結構わかりますね。これ鳥みたいな感じで。
Oh, he's trying to catch you.
首を横に振ったりとか。
Oh no, no, Terry!
No, Poplio! Dun 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 dun.
It's alright, guys. You got.
So yeah, this trainer is fucked up.
There's a good chance to mention, actually, we did find a Pokeball earlier as we were walking around.
Just hopefully you weakened it enough
to help you out along the way that can help you heal up your Pokemon and.
Stay in there.
You're doing very well, aren't you?
Stay in there.
Yay!
Yeah, I am quite a little bit behind, but that's I think I keep
Got 69 experience. Okay, one thing I do like in the more recent Pokemon games is that
you
in the
Pokemon
early
gain
ones,
experience even when you catch
in the early ones you couldn't get experience points, but now you do.
Yeah, that's one cool thing.
I think one of the things that really makes Pokemon a fun game. This kind of like
2 evolutions.
What can you do, sorry?
Basically, sure, in the more recent Pokemon games, you can actually level up your Pokemon even if you've caught the wild one or not.
And I hope that the XP
You're not getting the item!
Whoever's playing this game decided it wasn't worth it.
I do hope that the experience share thing returns.
I thinking about that. Run.
I see. This is a more piano-y Pokemon battle theme.
Not to give too much away, but
this game looks very pretty.
I'll say. And this is the actual in-game footage, so it's not like they're polishing it just for this.
As we come into the
Well, they said it's still in development, so
characters that our viewers maybe aren't familiar with. Would you mind just giving us a quick introduction to them as they appear?
Oh, here's the professor.
Alola regions.
I'm only just getting to the cutscene now, I think.
Each island has its own guardian Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon for each island. That means there are, if we count as legendaries, there are gonna be at least 5 more. Or at least 5 important Pokemon.
They call it a festival, but it's just this little thing you see.
Much
of a festival, then, is it? There may not be many of us, but at least every last one of us gets to.
A very strong trainer on this island.
Gets to potato.
I like this track.
Very.
Hell! How's it, son? Me, I thought I'd never make it. Hold on, didn't anyone explain to you about tonight?
Yes.
So this is how you're about to battle him, actually.
I'm sure it won't be long before we get leaked footage of all this without the comment.
Like I said, I'm still calling it that Lily Girl is going to be a spy.
And that's Professor Kukui
about
right there
for the team, do you say?
Professor who
Yeah, either that or she's just going to be some secret maniacal evil.
Nah, she just looks your generic tsundere rich girl.
You know what I'm thinking? What if the professor was actually the leader of the team?
That would be an interesting twist.
They tried to do something similar to that in Black and White too, but it didn't work.
She's not a Pokemon trainer, but she'll join you on your adventure throughout the story.
And sharp-eyed viewers may have noticed.
Alright, you restored your Pokemon.
So
now you have your rival battle, I guess. But it cannot be your rival because you picked a Pokemon that's weaker to you. So I wonder.
I hope they don't end up playing the entire game.
Nah, they're just doing like the first section, it
I think it's
seems.
going to be really interesting for fans of the series to see this battle and this space. The way that Pokemon and Pokemon battles are integrated into the culture in
all
these
life
islands
on
is
our
really
islands.
interesting.
And for those who undertake the island with challenge with joy in their hearts, we pray for your protection. May this Pokemon battle be an offering to our island's guardian deity, Tapu Koko.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Tapu Koko.
Tapu Koko. Boy, that's
This writing has been very
Also, they named their avatar son.
Well, I guess that's the version we're playing.
Poyo, take care of my little son. As long as we both have a good time, then I think we can have one, right?
So in this particular festival, actually, this is kind of a
Son, how bring forth the power of your Pokemon.
Of course.
Travel across the island, so it's kind of a ritual.
Oh, so there's a ritual of this society. Interesting.
Yeah.
Pichu!
Pichu, fucking seriously.
Well, hey, it's smart setting an electric type against a water type.
Hey, Theo, it's cute. That's all I care about.
Kill it.
What's with the big band theme?
No!
Pikachu is better.
Well, they seem to be upping the ante with the orchestration.
Seriously. Why do you scroll on Pichu? Just try killing him already, especially since you're to his type. Jeez.
Trying to soften the blow. Oh, that's nice how you can check actually your opponent's stats as well. Apparently.
There you go, now you get Thunder Shock. Are you fucking happy now?
Use Water Gun against him!
Well, that's the best
really see
you
what's
have.
going on in the battle.
And
this tropical environment, I'm really hoping that you guys were able to pull off some business trips to some nice tropical locations.
Thunder Shock again!
For research, it's work.
don't worry, it didn't work the first time, but I'll try now.
Huh. I guess he has better stats than that Pichu.
I guess, but no, we're both level 6. No, Poplio is level 7, so yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Potion.
So he's gonna outlast him.
Yeah.
Oh, Cure!
Charm!
Charm!
fuck.
Oh boy.
I forgot, what was that move that actually makes the Pokemon fall in love with the other and therefore can't attack? Oh yeah, okay.
Tail Whip, of course!
So after this Pichu, he's gonna use Lit then, I think.
Nice.
And down it
So we
goes.
saw with the icons as the battle
Don't
started.
come back
I
until
think
you're
Paul
a
has
right
one more
troop.
Pokemon to go.
I wonder if what we're going for have him stay in Pikachu as a reference to the anime, but I'm not sure.
Poplio learned this art.
It's interesting to see that your rival has something akin to the Pikachu line of evolution.
Yeah.
And
Why
he's
did he pick the weaker one though?
yeah, that's what, maybe it's like in X and Y where you have two rivals, one that picks the weaker against you and the one that picks the stronger against you.
Wait, X and Y had two different rivals?
If I think so, or it was like either generation 5 or 6, you have two kind of rivals.
Oh, I think that's
I know it was
generation
Gen
5.
5 at least.
Gen 6 had technically a rival and a bunch of friends who constantly battled, yeah, but yeah, I think it was Gen 5 that had the
Sorry,
two
boys, I don't know this move.
Meanwhile, SSMB is just mostly talking about the Zelda trailer.
Well, they're hyped. I mean, it's a Zelda game with voice acting of all things. That's groundbreaking.
What's the general consensus?
Well, actually, Joe, it's not that surprising because shortly after Skyward Sword came out, Onuma was actually asked in an interview, okay, you've added orchestral music on this one. What about voice acting? And he's thinking, well, okay, we're pondering and see how we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
so
I think the more surprising thing though is the fact that Nintendo's allowing that. But hey, I guess they've gotten more confident.
There you go, completely wrecked.
Good job, man.
What did he think was gonna happen?
Another great battle this year.
So I don't
Really?
think
It was
we've
just a
seen
low-level
gameplay, but I'm gonna
battle.
start giving away story elements
I bet
that don't
Tapu Koko
want to
liked
show
it
folks
too.
yet.
Your
But I
island
did
must
bring
be
another
really,
video for us
really
to take
weak.
a look at that has a new gameplay mode that I don't think.
Or, you know,
Like I said, it's probably a very early
この
island.
先やっぱ実
I
機プレイ
mean,
を進めるとまあストーリーの
Well, I have to say, this Pokemon game seems to have a lot more character-driven stuff than any... Well, okay, aside from Gen 5, but... Yeah, this seems to be the most character-driven Pokemon I've seen so far already.
Wait, I don't know, Johnny. This doesn't look very static to me.
wait, you know one of the Pokemon, the new Pokemon that we saw looks like Donald Trump, right?
Which one?
the owl thing?
Pokemon series, obviously, using it as a
Outside.
kind of a communication
Goody.
tool, facilitating that communication between players is always been
Sorry,
one of the
I
things
don't
we
know
really
the
focus on
names
with
of
games. So trading,
many
battle,
new
Ah.
Don't worry,
I-
Shiroi, I'm
Gave
innocent.
up to learn a long time ago.
I was in a similar boat as you, Shiroi, when I got back on the
Let's see if our
Pokemon
crew
train
can
with
load
Gen
that up first, and we
6.
can, check out this
Oh,
gameplay.
Battle Royale?
Battle Royale. What, are the Pokemon going to be in the Royal Rumble?
Can you tell us a little bit about what the rules
Oh.
are for Battle Royale and how the matches are decided?
I'm not seeing anything on this white screen.
No, sorry, you've got me thinking of a Pokemon Battle Royale as in that movie.
Oh!
So, oh, very good.
That's
You're in for Battle Royal Zone, the arena for Battle Royals. The zone is packed and filled with excitement. Now,
And
here
it
comes
does
the
look like
contender.
Donald Trump.
Oh, each player picks up the free Pokemon, okay.
In the green corner, Elio sent out Pikachu.
Hi,
In the
Pikachu.
yellow corner, Sun sent out Rolex!
バトルロイヤルの勝敗についてなんですけども、
So it's
Yeah.
gonna be the free starters and
So it's
Pikachu.
3 on 3 with 6 trainers and you have to cooperate with your teammates.
It seems to be
Wait,
4
what is
trainers,
this?
actually.
The Battle Royal, apparently.
Oh, 4. So 4, oh, everyone against everyone, okay.
The Battle Royale starts now.
That's actually...
Interesting.
Match time and move time.
So, what?
Defense.
I wonder how multi-targeting moves will work.
It's in
Oh yeah, it's an online thing from the looks of it.
each player's
And you have to target, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be at least one instance in the game where you can do that offline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see this, but with legendary Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
It's only a one-on-one situation, so you can look at their Pokemon and say, okay, I've got this Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't see
Alright,
why. I don't.
Pikachu.
Yeah, Johnny put a tweet on earlier. I don't get the static thing that he's getting from this so far. What about
Wait,
the
is that
static?
why-
What did he say was that?
He said he likes the interface, but everything else looks static. But I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I don't see it either, honestly.
I don't see that.
Unless
Maybe
he's
his
just
stream's a bit
joking about
fuzzy.
something.
いるポケモンの中で誰を倒すかっていうのを
Alright, Pikachu and Wallet have the upper end.
例えば
Like I said, maybe his stream's a
Oh,
bit
you're
fuzzy.
right, that does look like Donald Trump's
攻撃すれ
hairdo.
ば倒せるといった戦略性もある
So yeah, it's a
Plot
free-for-all,
twist: he
and of
acts
course, you
he's
know,
the
you can have
villain,
3 people
and
gang up
he's
on one
going
really
to take
strong
over
person,
and
or
stuff.
You really have to kind of
Alright,
Hey, Joe, have you seen Tina Trump on the tail
And
modified?
Pikachu is down to the count.
totally new
Eh?
One,
gameplay.
two,
Yeah, it is interesting
three.
how much more intense it feels. Where I'm used to
Have I
just
seen
looking
what,
at the trainer
Shiroi?
in front of me and fighting them, and suddenly it's like, oh, there's too
The
much characters.
Donald
Wait, the
Donald
first
Trump
one
under tail fight.
loses? The battle stops when the
Oh,
first
no,
one
I haven't
loses?
yet. You could link me to that.
Come on!
They're
this will
everywhere.
Oh, come on, this will totally
the
mean
regular
everyone is gonna
characters
gang
so far.
on
We haven't
someone
talked
during
about that,
matches.
but worth noticing.
So it's a matter of KOing a Pokemon first.
And having the most HP at the end.
Interesting.
これはあれですね今回着せ替えが入ってます
So yeah, you can actually customize your outfits. And
Oh, good.
So we're
Customization
just about out of
returns.
time, but before we wrap up, I was curious now that you've had a chance to see some fan reaction for these games. How's it been?
You know,
seeing
normally I
how,
wouldn't say a
Pokemon fans
Pokemon game
reacted
deserves
for
this much
Pokemon
attention,
Pokemon
but
Go?
with the level of stuff they're actually changing here, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, they showed off a lot of good stuff here.
Yeah.
One thing I'm wondering is going to do the music.
Probably Mazuda.
Masuda mostly just does battle themes nowadays, and even then, in X and Y, from what I can recall, he didn't do either the rival battle theme or the team battle theme.
Maybe they'll do another team collaboration.
Well, that's been Pokemon's composing tactic since Gen 2.
Really great. You know, I get tons of
A team of
messages
them.
and tweets and everything.
Well, I know, but I mean,
It's
like,
been
well,
maybe
there
20th
won't be like a
anniversary of
definitive
Pokemon.
leader,
One of the goals really
unlike
wanna kind of,
Yeah, well, sometimes there
expand it
is.
to even a wider audience. And as I think we've announced previously, in addition to the 7 languages we had in X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, we also added.
Hey,
Chinese,
game companies! If Nintendo can do it, why can't you?
Especially from those regions, like.
Sorry, what was that, Jova?
Really,
I'm just saying, Amico. Hey, other game companies! Remember that there are a lot of languages. I mean, heck, with a Pokemon game going into this much, heck, even some of the languages, not really regarded that much.
Even just multiply games that usually don't translate them, or just restrict to French and German.
Yeah.
Really doing a lot of new challenges.
Here's a Pokemon game going above and beyond with that.
But also you have to remember, Voltrova, that Pokemon sells a lot everywhere, so they pretty much know, it's pretty guaranteed that they're gonna sell, so they're applying these new languages.
True, fair point, but there are some games that very well could still do it, but just refuse to.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, and thank you so much for joining us and giving us.
Alright, so I guess that's the end of the Sun and Moon section.
Again, that was
So the rest is gonna be Zelda.
And it was good.
Family of systems this November, so you don't have to wait too much longer. And please don't go anywhere.
Unless you're European, in which case you have to wait a bit over a week longer.
To show us some gameplay for.
Well, that's what my country got for cheating with the Generation 6.
So it's Italy's fault.
We'll be right back.
Blame Italy.
So yeah, I mean,
Hashtag thanks Italy.
So I wonder, so all those other game announcements, I'm wondering, are they gonna do them today or tomorrow? I wonder.
Maybe
tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow?
Probably tomorrow, because if I recall correctly, the rest is just.
All right, guys, I'm gonna burp for a minute. I'll be back afterwards.
I'm not exactly sure how things are gonna go, Shori, but I do know that at some point Capcom's gonna be showing up as well.
What time does that particular thing start?
Tomorrow. I'm not actually too sure. Does anyone else have?
I haven't got a time. Is it being streamed here on Twitch? Because they probably have it scheduled.
I don't know.
Twitch. I'm not seeing the schedule.
Oh, the thing is, I don't understand. Is it over now, or are we going to talk about Zelda?
No, they'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
They're probably going to show
a little break.
They're probably going to show something more on the 3DS before moving on to Zelda. I guess maybe Dragon Quest, probably.
Well, they said the rest of the stream will be
at some
dedicated
point
to
as
Zelda,
well.
so...
I believe Square Enix also mentioned... Oh, let's see. Come on.
Oh, there's still, a video going on in the corner there, so they're not done, I think.
Yep. I have to say, but yeah, I mean, while we're in the break time, yeah, that new Pokemon game's looking interesting, but man, that Zelda trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I knew that they were planning some time to get voice acting, but the fact that, they're actually doing it still is, well...
Hell, even I'm interested in Sun and Moon
I'm
now.
still probably not gonna buy it day one. I'll probably wait a bit before taking it, but I'm definitely considering taking it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about Zelda or Sun and Moon?
No, Sun and Moon.
Okay. Same here, and if I do, because it does look interesting to me, actually, and despite the little things about RPGs that I dislike, but if I do get a copy, it'll be Moon, probably.
Same for me. Not even regardless of the types, I just prefer the Moon Legendary.
So you're getting okay.
They're setting up the Zelda thing now.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love one thing Pink Cat noticed. Litten went right for Pikachu. The cat and mouse rivalry is real.
I guess that's what we were going for, I guess.
I can't believe me and the Mongoose and Woody Woodpecker are in Pokemon now.
Well, I'll be right back in a few minutes, because I might as well take this break as an opportunity to start making dinner.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
That reminds me.
Later on.
That reminds me. Later on, you guys want to go back to our usual schedule of doing some games?
I guess we have time.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, this started very early, so...
tonight is not gonna. There are not gonna be other presentations. So
No, there aren't. So
anywho, so let's see. So it seems that Nintendo Treehouse live stream number 2 will begin at 6:00 p.m. UK time.
Okay.
Which is 1:00 for
Oh
me.
shit! That means I can't attend that one.
which one? Sorry.
Tomorrow's.
At what time? Sorry.
6:00 UK time.
Oh, so like today. Okay.
I can't make it in time for that one.
Do you think you'll be able to show up later though during it?
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Again, hopefully. Don't. I'm not making any promises though.
Yeah. What about you, Pedro?
I'll be able to show up, but like depends on what they're showing. If I'm satisfied with what I see of Zelda here today,
well, they're definitely
then I might just skip it. But it all depends on how much this particular stream satisfies me in terms of Zelda info.
Well, from what I've seen, they're definitely showing Dragon's Quest at some point.
It's called Dragon Quest, not Dragon's Quest.
Dragon Quest.
And second, well, we still don't know if Dragon Quest will appear. Is the rest of the day just going to be Zelda? Yeah, they confirmed that,
Seems
right?
like the rest of the day is going to be Zelda, so tomorrow will be like the day for other games, apparently.
Found something that elaborates a little more about a royal mode.
What?
Okay, basically, the battles happen with one Pokemon per trainer at a time, and it's just as you'd expect a free-for-all. Battle ends when one player loses all 3 Pokemon. The game then tallies up points based on performance from the battle and declares a winner. This adds some strategy to the game, since if you know you haven't done much and the player is about to go out, then you may want to focus elsewhere to extend the battle and gain more points. So it's like the Royal Run, except if one person dies, the entire battle's over.
Hello.
Hey Shiro, you think you'll be able to make it to part 2 of Nintendo E3 tomorrow at 6:00 your time?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent.
All right. By the way, Shiro, little thing for little stuff that. Here are Zelda games that you might enjoy because these actually don't take place in that medieval setting, where it's just Majora's Mask, especially because that one has creepy or like atmosphere that I think.
I like creepy stuff anyway.
You like creepy stuff, and you also really like Twilight Princess, which has stuff like that.
But the problem is that it's like Ocarina of Time.
That takes place in the Ocarina of Time like setting, the medieval stuff, and she doesn't like that. Anyway.
Wait. Oh, so you don't like medieval stuff?
No. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, well, then would you count Skyward Sword as the medieval setting?
I bought Wind Waker.
No. Skyward Sword is more esque in terms of settings, so that one I think she'll like. Also she has Wind Waker already. I think you'll like Link's Awakening a lot, because Link's Awakening is quite possibly the most unorthodox Zelda game ever made, because it takes place on an island and it's very quirky. So I think you'll like that one.
Spirit Tracks.
Yeah, by extension, Phantom Hourglass.
Honestly, I thought Phantom Hourglass was kind of
I love Spirit Tracks.
Better though.
What about A Link to the Past? A Link Between Worlds?
A Link Between Worlds is in the medieval setting.
What about A Link to the Past? I mean,
I don't know why I don't like it. I just can't look at it.
Basically, the ones taking place in Hyrule. Basically, Job, the ones taking place in Hyrule specifically, those she probably will not like very much.
Okay. Just let me clarify. Is it mainly the aesthetics or actual level structure of medieval stuff that
everything? Just everything.
Oh, well then Majora's Mask may or may not bother you, since there are technically some... Oh, we're back.
Oh, are we?
Alright then.
Well, actually,
pronounced Onuma.
Honestly, considering what I've seen of Majora's Mask, I can probably look past the little moments like that.
Before we jump right into things,
Majora's Mask.
Is there anything, a message you have to the fans?
Oh, cool. If you can look past moments like this, then you may like the, what was the Triple Heroes thing called?
I mean, hell, I can look past that's Triforce, isn't it?
Yeah, Triforce.
Anyway.
It's like I can look past the little things that I dislike about RPG gameplay for Final Fantasy
conventions
VII.
of Zelda, and I know that a lot of fans have seen the trailer, and they probably want us to jump right in. So
okay, we're not beating around the bush. We're getting into it.
We're going to be showing a lot of The Legend of Zelda today, starting right here.
That's one to the
Hey, Bill.
No, that's how they're showing off the Wii U version.
Yeah.
So it's like I say, like this is pretty much like it's gonna be a Twilight Princess scenario.
Yeah, it's literally like Twilight Princess. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yay, voice acting again.
I think I'm being called. Hang on. I might. I'll be
Loading. Now the game is loading.
Ouchie.
All right.
My God. Well.
Yeah, open your fucking eyes already.
Come on, Link. I'm actually talking to you. I'm not just grunting here. Listen to me.
Oh yeah. So this.
You know, there seems to be a lot of emphasis on this ancient technology stuff. Almost like fantasy sci-fi. I mean, this shit like this shit right there looks like
Ghost in the Shell.
hibernation chamber. Yeah, chamber.
I am behind.
Oh my God! It's a pod and everything. Is the live a symbol on for you, Shiroi?
The what? Sorry.
The red dot in live, a symbol to make sure that you're in time.
I don't think I get that on. I don't think I get that on mobile.
Oh, so it's like the beginning of Alien. You start controlling your character in his underpants.
Link does start by waking up.
So is this like the new reincarnation of Link, and they're actually going to be all self-aware about the prophecy that was started in Skyward Sword?
It's pretty much the very first time we're introducing this kind of technology in Zelda.
Shrine of Resurrection. Oh my God! Oh my God! Maybe this is how all the Links and Zeldas and Ganondorfs are bored for each era.
Not really, Joe, but Skyward Sword explained that.
I know, Paige. I'm just saying, it's like, wouldn't that be funny if they tried to use a sci-fi explanation for that?
In the fallen hero time, like people have found a way to bring back Link.
That is a Sheikah slate.
Yeah. Anyway, Paige, I was just suggesting maybe this is like supposed to be a sci-fi explanation for how that prophecy is kept. That would be
Here we
funny.
see the introduction
Long
of a very
slumber. I
mysterious
wonder
item.
if, yeah, probably it was just that. I mean, this implies that he's not a new Link. He's the same one from our adventure. Now he's just very subtle.
Considering the overall art style, this is probably the same Link from Skyward Sword.
You know, I'm not quite sure about Skyward Sword, and art styles tend to vary between the different timelines, since the Wind Waker timeline is also part of the adult timeline as well.
That's also the problem. I've never seen this kind of technology in any Zelda game, so I cannot pinpoint to any of them.
Yeah,
Not really, Joe. Every single game that takes place after Wind Waker, it still uses the cartoony art style.
Yes. But remember, the cartoony art style also showed up in the same timeline as Majora's Mask as well.
Pretty much naked.
I like the cartoony art style.
Didn't Skyward have some technology features in it?
Yeah, the arrow in the first trailer. But yeah, the items are then you have actual equipment a la JRPG. I mean, your clothes actually increase like your defense or something. That's cool.
And it seems you might be customizable with the clothes. Might be. I mean, I'm sort of hoping that the different clothes that you equip show up.
Did I miss anything?
See here one of the functions.
Well, you missed the opening to Ghost in the Shell.
In a chamber or something. Using technology.
And yes, Dwibs, it's absolutely confirmed there is voice acting.
I wonder.
Alright, basically, guys, in a few minutes I have to go off and have some tea, so I'll be gone for a little bit.
Sure.
Alright.
It's like one for a while.
The eye has always been a recurrent element in all Zelda games that connects to Bhakti. So I do wonder.
Your light shall be the light to pierce the heavens, Link.
Wrong anime, Joe. Sorry, wrong Japanese, Joe.
But anime is a Japanese thing.
That's what I meant.
Jump and sprint.
Oh, and you have
Oh,
the stamina.
parkour!
You can see on the screen.
Yeah,
it says
we
jump.
had the
Now
stamina
Link
thing
can
from
jump for
Skyward
the
Sword,
first
yeah.
time.
You can attach to surfaces like.
And the jump is for him to climb up the wall.
And here it is, the opening area from the very first teaser. Well, not
Oh.
the very first one, the other one, where we are with
This
the
is
Pona.
all in-game footage. Not
Yeah, it is.
bad.
Well, yeah, Zelda's never really been, never really had pre-rendered cutscenes or anything like that. It's all everything in Zelda games is always in game.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Even cutscenes were always in game.
Wonder what this wild thing is.
So basic, yeah. Oh, there's a temple right there.
Oh, is there someone?
So in the previous titles, we used character
You're a
names
wizard,
and
Link.
item names as subtitles.
I don't know what.
This time around, we wanted to.
I'm not a wizard, I'm a warrior.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. No choice
No
to
Link,
pick
you're
your
wizard.
name yet.
And I think
That's
especially
actually
from
interesting.
that
Usually at this
sweeping
point you get to
panoramic
make a
shot
name.
Right there, we see how much.
Oh yeah, that's
didn't
right.
know
They
that was a
actually
thing
said
at all.
Link's name in the
world
actual
is
voice
how much of a
acting, which
presence the
could this
world
mean
is
that
in
this
the
is actually the
wild.
first game
Here
where
are
you're
some of the iterations
designated
of
as Link?
possibilities for,
A tree
for the
branch.
subtitle, and you know,
I mean,
for
unless
instance,
they're just-
Unless they
when I
already
first heard
put-
Breath of the Wild, and it was
But
just
unless
like,
they already
that's-
put the name
that's
in
right
for the
one.
sake
It
of
just-
the
it felt so
footage.
right with this, the in tune with.
So
with
you're
the
saying maybe they're pulling a
and
Tales of
sort
Vesperia,
expanding
where
this
even if you
world.
choose a different name, they still say the default name.
Probably.
Either way, though, I mean, like, well,
the Final Fantasy X did not work in a different way. Sorry, my bad.
yeah, 10 did it by just never calling Tidus by his actual name.
Yeah, and hence why people for ages have been debating on how it's pronounced.
And then it was
Yeah,
finally
but
resolved.
well, actually, not for years, because remember, in Kingdom Hearts 1, Tidus was there, and they literally said Tidus. Marcus said Tidus.
So you lasted 1 year.
Don't even talk to me about the debate of name pronunciation in video games.
You can kind of see.
But
how much
yeah, that's an interesting thing. Maybe this might be the game that tries to give Link even more of a character than he's had. Not to say he's a blank slate all the times, but well, I mean,
Wasn't that kind of the point?
The first game where Link had some semblance of a personality was in Skyward Sword, where he had some subtle little moments of character.
For a second, I thought you were
hold
going to
on,
say the CGI
I
games.
forget. Wait. Don't you mean Twilight Princess when he actually, had all that emote stuff for it? You're talking about chronologically,
I'll see you
boys.
guys later.
Honestly, Java, to me in Twilight Princess, he was just there, just going through the motions. He didn't really. The one who actually, the main character of that game, for all intents and purposes, is Midna, not Link.
Well,
Anyway.
obviously, but honestly, I think Link was pretty good in Twilight Princess. Ocarina of Time is, then again, Ocarina of Time is not the best example for Link's character. Well,
No.
although surprisingly,
Skyward Sword
I do
is.
find Ocarina of
As of right now, Skyward Sword is, because in Skyward Sword we had moments like the one where Bruce was freaking out in front of him, and he's like, and he pats his arm like with a smirk on his face. That moment, that was a really cool, subtle moment there. But
someone is calling me.
Point marked on the map in your
yeah, I'd say Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword are the best examples, at
So,
least when it comes
yeah,
to the
the
art
first-
style using actual human
what I'm really
proportions.
hoping though, is that they do what
So here
I
we get our first look at the
hoping
map,
for voice
this
acting in
circular
Zelda. Do it
area
Dragon
here
Quest 8
being,
style. Have
the
everybody else
extent
talk,
of the
but Link
E3
remains
demo
a
that we're
mute.
showing.
That's
This is
how I
a
want
high
it.
plateau
I actually wonder how if Ganondorf is in this game, how it will sound like.
Well, it depends on it depends if this game takes place in Hyrule. If it does take place in Hyrule, then
it's in Hyrule.
then Ganon will inevitably show up at some point.
Well, it depends also on what timeline this is. That is, if it's in a pre-established timeline. If it's a Skyward timeline, he might not appear yet because, well, Skyward Sword was the one that established the whole thing, and no, he might not exist yet.
Now,
An old man! Is he gonna give me a wooden sword?
Not concern of yours. I'm just a strange old man, that's all. I'm only being around quite some time now. Okay. What are you doing here?
And in the first of the series, I think
text
you met a
choices.
guy like this.
Not much new, but fine to have.
He says this
Great
is the
plateau.
Great Plateau, and he describes it as the birthplace of the Kingdom of Hyrule.
Ooh, the birthplace. Now, which Hyrule?
I don't know. There's clearly more than meets the eye to these. Maybe he's the king in these guys or something.
I definitely would call this a mixture of Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword.
Worn down.
Yeah. using
As it says,
different
the
art
kingdom is in a
styles.
state of decay.
Another State of Decay. The one that happened usually in the Zelda timelines where
So I picked up a
after
tree
in the
branch
Fallen Year
earlier,
timeline.
Oh,
I have
cool!
for
You
a-
can make
a
a
weapon.
flaming stick as a
But you can
weapon.
see
Well,
very
a
quickly,
makeshift
And yeah,
weapon.
and you can set,
the
if I recall,
things that
yeah,
I
you can
can
set
do
fire to
with a tree branch.
さっき
cool
枝をピ
stuff,
ックアッ
yeah.
プしたんですけども、
There you go.
これが
I like how the old guy
今
actually
持って
acts startled.
結構い
It's
ろ
a
んなこと
nice
が
bit
で
of
きる。
character.
But the other time it happens was before the Great Prod in the adult timeline, I think.
I think we've just seen a window with the build.
Oh, charge attack, okay.
What color is
Counter
that?
attack.
今ちょっと今見れましたね。
Alright.
I picked up an axe, and so I can also swap my weapons out. So
Also,
I'll switch
another
over to
good
the
thing,
axe.
the Wii U
The axe is
gamepad
great
stuff
'cause
doesn't
I
seem
can
to be too intrusive so far.
chop down trees if I want to get
Unless,
some
well, aside
apples.
from the whole tablet that you're using,
Use all the
it's
resources.
clearly the
right?
Wii
I
U
can
iPad.
even
Well, I'm
chop
guessing
down
that like, well, you
logs
can
that I
swap,
cut
you know, either have
to
it
get
on the TV
firewood,
or on the
which I
gamepad.
can later use to
Which-
I love how these firewood blocks just spontaneously come out of the tree that you cut.
It's amazing. Convenient.
New Nightshade.
Yeah, I think honestly, first time I got my hands on the realm, I spent the first 20 minutes like chopping down trees and climbing trees. That's,
Is he
that's
gonna
all I
jump?
did.
Who are you, the mayor from Animal Crossing?
Yay!
とりあえずもうなんか
What the
木
hell?
を切り倒したり、木登ったりすることに集中
What are you doing here?
I've always been a big fan of the
Korra.
Yeah, Kokora. What else is Kokora doing here? So I guess this actually takes place in the Wind Waker timeline.
These
then?
guys are actually
Maybe
Sure, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me actually, since well, art styles, you know, have a tendency ever since you know they made the Hyrule Historian.
And it functions as a transition between the style of Ocarina of Time and the cartoony style of Wind Waker.
I forget. Wind Waker, that was dealing with the fallout of Ocarina of Time at that point, right?
Yeah, it's basically after it's speaking the adult Link timeline where Ganon already conquered everything, and
No, actually,
no,
that's
the
the other
Fallen
timeline.
the child
Basically,
No,
the Wind
Fallen
Waker
timeline.
timeline. Basically, when Link was sent to the past at the end of Ocarina of Time, the timeline split into two. So obviously, because of Link being sent to
Now I do
the
need
path of
a shield,
timeline
so I
with
think I'm
Ganondorf
gonna
defeated, but there's
run
no
up this
Link.
way. As you can
So when
see,
Ganondorf
the
does
world
eventually
is open to
escape
me.
from the
I can
Sacred
go
Realm,
any
there's no Link to
direction
protect
that
it,
I
so
want.
everything goes to shit.
But I'm gonna
and
run
in
up
an
here
attempt
through
to,
the
you know,
grass.
in an attempt
I
to
have
seal him
swords, so
again,
perhaps I should
I
cut
forgot
grass.
who decides to
The
flood
gods.
the gods,
gods.
the pre-goddess
Nothing's coming
decide
out.
to flood the entirety of Hyrule.
The free goddesses were kind of stupid like that. But yeah, from what I can,
Like the other gods from
So
Mortal
I guess you want to
Kombat.
know.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the other gods from Mortal Kombat are any smarter anyway.
True, yeah. But from what I can, yeah. But from what I can get, the adult timeline was basically the Zelda franchise pulling the DBZ timeline rule, where you can definitely create a new future by changing the past or, you know, meddling with time, but the old timeline still remains.
Will remain as it is. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if maybe this will actually take place after all the Wind Waker stuff, and maybe Ganondorf will find a way to be resurrected again.
I don't know. If I recall correctly, Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks basically were the quest of Link of a adult timeline to find a new place for constructing a new Hyrule.
So maybe
Phantom
this does
Hourglass
take
is
place
about
after
finding
that.
the new. It's them still trying to find the new Hyrule, and then in Spirit Tracks they already are in the new Hyrule.
So maybe this takes... wait a minute. That wouldn't make much sense if this takes place between Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, though. Oh, wait.
This probably takes place way after Spirit Tracks, probably. That's probably how it is.
That Link have actually
Seared
will break
stick.
as he use them.
Did we get confirmation that this is part of the adult timeline yet?
No, we're just speculating at this point.
No, they haven't said anything about where this place is.
Yeah, one thing that's a bit tougher about this conference is having to wait for the translator
The fact
to
that
talk.
the Clorox thing proves that it takes place in the Wind Waker timeline, that we know Though there's at least that.
Either
It's
that or
probably
they're
after
going.
Rex.
Yeah, either that or they're going to introduce the Kokorex to a different timeline as well.
Yeah, but, yeah. If there's anything, elements from other timelines were present in other timelines as well.
I don't know. The thing about the Kokorex in Wind Waker is that they're kind of reincarnations of the Kokiri, which is why they're near the Great Deku Tree. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, maybe in other timelines they could just be a natural evolution of them.
Who knows? We'll have to see, I guess.
Oh,
Anyway.
ruins. Okay, so something bad
And the
definitely
items
happened.
now will be restored power health. Yeah, this Zelda looks more RPG towards the JRPG lines rather than the Western RPG elements. It seems to be an interesting mix.
Okay, so take your pick, guys. Which ancient deity went cuckoo and decided, I'm just gonna waylace to the land this time?
The gods. It's always the gods.
Yeah, the free god. Yeah, if there's one thing no one understands is how the free goddesses actually works with their mind.
Basically, the backstory with Iroh is that the goddesses were bored, so they created the world and...
Yeah, I remember, if I recall correctly, Twilight Princess even explains that because of that, the entirety of Twilight Mirror realm were pissed off because of this or something.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, didn't one of the goddesses pull some stupid stuff and end up dying, and then Zelda was the reincarnation of her at some point?
No. Actually, Zelda 2 is the one that explains that. In Zelda, basically, what happens is that in Zelda 2, there was a thing where the original Princess Zelda was killed because her brother did something stupid, and basically his sister basically became cursed to be sleep for all eternity. You know, like Sleeping Beauty and shit like that. And the brother was so regretful and shit that when he became king, he declared that by law that from now on every woman born into the royal family shall be named Zelda, which is why every princess is called Zelda.
I could have sworn there was a retcon at some point in the game earlier in the chronology that explained something about Zelda being a reincarnation of some powerful spirit. Like, yeah, wasn't it Skyward Sword that mentioned that
the three elements of Triforce are pretty much representing imbuements of the goddess.
Yeah, there's the Triforce of Power, the Triforce of Courage, which is the one Link has, and the Triforce of Wisdom, which is the one Zelda has, and the Triforce of Power is held by Ganon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that last bit of fighting there seems to suggest something like a counter system.
From the teaser.
So are they like gonna go Zoids on this?
So Shiroi, does this count as medieval for you?
It's more so ruins.
So you saw these guys
Yeah,
in the
it's more
trailer,
so...
Guardians.
Yeah, Joe was right.
Oh.
Besides,
Yeah, they just said it.
yeah, besides, right from the beginning, it's more it seems to incorporate sci-fi elements.
Wow. Wait, oh my god, you know what this means, guys?
What?
Metroid takes place in the future of Hyrule.
Honestly, the setting reminds me a lot more of like a combination of Eco with again the sci-fi elements that Theo just mentioned. Not so much your typical Hyrule setting, really.
What are you gonna do? What do you want to do?
You know, it'd be funny as if this actually
because this adds an entire layer of mystery to this game. Because I guess one important stuff will be not just the quest of Link, but whatever it's gonna be in this case, but you know. Understanding the lore of this
Also, you want to know?
What the fuck just happened?
Also, another ironic thing.
I wouldn't count that.
I'm sorry, Shiro. Could you repeat that? I couldn't quite understand.
I said I wouldn't count it.
She said she wouldn't mind this.
So this one's fine for you?
Arrows.
Alright.
So, is it mainly like, well, if like say a lot of the game is in a castle interior for you, or is it like there's a whole kingdom that bugs you as well?
Basically, Jova, the whole Lord of Rings style of aesthetic, that's what she doesn't like.
Don't ask me why, because I have no idea.
Well, that's just we can't control what we could. We would just like everything.
Yeah. So, but yeah, another interesting thing. I recall a lot of people were speculating big time about whether or not you'd have a choice to pick Link as a boy or a girl, and apparently it seems to be the exact opposite. I mean, not only does Link seem to be designated as a boy, but they're actually referring to him as Link. I mean, you can't even change your name. I mean, that's, well, like I said...
Well, his name is... Well, at this point, everybody calls them by Link anyway, so I guess at this point it doesn't really matter if they give us the chance to name him or something.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird because like, well, this is literally the first Zelda game I can recall that actually got you change the avatar name. It's like, well, Link's always been that avatar for the player, sort of thing. They've always emphasized that hardly, and that's why you always have the choice.
Which is why I wanted to remain mute. If this is gonna be voice acting, do it Dragon Quest 8 style.
Well, so far it did not seem to talk that much, especially with the dialogue with the old man.
Well, the thing is, I mean, Nintendo probably is not going to do voice acting for every single little thing in the game.
No, but I mean in terms of even dialogue with someone else. Usually when your character quote-unquote talks in a game, a protagonist usually speaks even in non-voice acted dialogue. Yes, but Link only had his standard choice opinion thing. That's clearly the trait of a silent protagonist.
Thank you for playing. So I guess it's like a time demo or something?
Probably.
Makes sense, I guess, because like, well, if you spent all the time trying to do an whole thing, you'd probably be hogging it. But yeah, I like that there's a lot of stuff you can check out or choose to.
And you see here,
Numa is not impressed.
The time limit on the demo.
Well, he's probably
amused.
Yeah, we were supposed to disable that. That was my mistake.
That's all right.
I was impressed by
What we can do is
well, that's interesting too, because it was a similar thing with Jason Segel in the 2011 Muppet movie, where obviously he put a lot of love and care into it, but after screening the movie so many times, he actually said on an interview that he actually fell asleep during like the 100th screening that he did or something like that, because he loves the movie. He's very proud of the movie, don't get me wrong. It's just that after like 100 screenings of the movie, he got tired. I'm getting
able to explore even just
the same movie over and over and over
here at E3, and that speaks to just how large this experience is going to be, and I think that people are going to be really excited to just get that little taste of it.
さっきレジも言ってましたけれども、本当に今回ショーフロアでデモしても、本当に一部の部分しかマップの一部しかゲーム内の一部しかプレイできないので、今のこの切れてしまいましたけれども、それでどれぐらいの本当短い時間で
Well, he understands it. I don't.
見れないかっていうのがビューアーの皆さんにも分かったんで、視聴者の皆さんにも分かったんじゃないか。
そうですね。
But in going back and talking about the art style, the colors are very reminiscent of a type of paint called gouache. And gouache was actually it's a material that is used frequently in animation, but it's also a material that's used in a style of painting that is called employer, or in English.
Yeah, they also use that for the Skyward Sword art style.
Environment, and you sit down in front of the object that you intend to paint, and you paint it in that real world setting, and then. As we started looking at the art style and its similarities to gouache and that connection, we also started to feel that the music in the game also has a very open air feeling to it. Isn't that correct, Aonuma-san?
このアートスタイルも随分そうやってグワッシュとか使っているような感じのスタイルですけれども、
Okay, I'm back.
とてもなんか
Oh, Dribs, you missed quite a bit.
ぴったりな気がするんですけども。
What did I miss exactly?
Well, yeah, it seems to be that, like, well, they're establishing Link much more as a character this time, since there doesn't seem to be any choices for name picking this time. And also, the open world is pretty fascinating. There seems to be a nice combat system, including a counter mechanic.
So because the players will be able to explore and
talking about
do
music
anything
now.
that they want to, we couldn't use the conventional types of music where we know that where the users would go, and we can kind of get the music.
Hold on, let me show you guys. Okay, remember how in the Kyle Cooper did it again. Okay, remember when Kyle Cooper did the logo for Phantom Pain, and it was just the Phantom Pain. It was originally marketed as like a new game, a new IP, even though it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then notice the indentations on the letters that revealed that it was Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh, I get it, which I think I saw.
That Stranding logo also does that. And look at what it's look what it says. does.
blend that music, that sound into the game.
The message of Hideo Kojima.
You're kidding me.
What does it say?
Yeah, it's good.
Fuck.
Really?
Basically, the game's called Fuck Death Konami Stranding.
That's hilarious.
And then
Has anyone else aside from that mysterious voice talked in the game?
Oh yeah. And that reminds me, there's another cool thing is the level of interactivity with the environment. You can literally take a fire pit, also surprising the typical old guy who meets you on your quest, and burn bits and enemies with it.
I'm also surprised by the weapon variety that Link can use. Obviously, the Master Sword is gonna be the main, the most powerful weapon anyway. But yeah,
that piano sound happens
use
to
lances
come on,
and tree branches.
it makes you feel so emotional.
Well, honestly, since I
Just
don't
hearing
have a
that
Wii U, and honestly, I think there's much point of getting one at this point. So I might just wait for the NX version.
That's what's being released simultaneously.
Follow the Sheikah Slate.
So the music is our intention was
Slate.
because this game it has 100 ways of playing it if there is 100 players playing it. So we kind of wanted to make that that very unique experience for every player.
I know longtime fans of the series, that's going to be one of the first things they notice. You know, there's not the constant theme music, always present everywhere you go. And this new
and you can use part of your stamina to do charge attacks.
It's really refreshing. It's true to the game, and it does resonate. It feels really good to play.
ゼルダファンにとっては常にこうテーマ音楽が流れているようなバックグラウンド流れているような感じではないのでやっぱり今回のBGM に関してはすごくみんな気づくと思うんですけれども違いにでもやっぱり青沼さんがおっしゃったように本当に心に
Hey, at least it ain't a genocide route.
すごくこのプレイスタイルに合っていると思います
Yeah,
I'm really happy to hear that, Ed.
Barrels,
there we go. Campaign of brutality. Yes, I forgot to. Sorry, I forgot to put my pants on.
Oh, explosive barrel.
Just like any other day.
Throw it in the fire.
So we do have, one of the things that we're not showing in this morning segment that's going to be coming
Oh wait, that's right. We need a bit more
explosive barrels.
Puzzle solving.
You can never have enough.
We'll be seeing quite a bit of exploration and the ways to use the objects that you've discovered. But one of the things,
silly,
there's a lot of different ways.
Come on, you can never have too much
TNT. The environment and the world here.
And then the chicken goes everywhere, and Link has to eat it with bits of sand in it.
Fun.
It'll be worth the barbecue.
I want to try out here.
後々午後のセグメントでは謎解きだったりいろいろな他のマップの他のエリアの探求なんかもしますけどちょっと今回は
Of course, use a club for it.
It's like Link through that barrel in anger.
So what is he gonna do?
Whoops.
Oh, is he trying to set things on fire in order to
project, Bill?
There we go.
Let's see.
I don't know what you're trying to do here, Bill.
Oh!
Let's see if it's close enough.
Boom!
Well, is the chicken ready now?
Get another club. Let's see if we can make
Yay!
Well,
It's done!
Also, you can collect more weapons and throw them. That's interesting.
Yay, the chicken's all nice and toasted. And all
Well
it's
done.
Toasted!
Oh, apparently, since this video is on a bug
I
site.
did. I survived.
死なずに
Well, finding Dory is almost here, so it makes sense.
Your heart, Bill.
That was quite dangerous. Thank you for joining us for Bill's project. We have a little bit of news.
We've got another cast member in Spider-Man Homecoming.
For some special Zelda items coming to
A guy named
Miitomo.
Donald Glover.
なんかミートモに新しい
Later,
ゼルダ
Grids,
のアイテム
later.
が登場するということで
We've just been told that those items will be going live at 3 p.m. Pacific time, so be sure to check
I love
into
how they just
Miitomo
call it
today
the world.
to get your free Zelda-themed items there. We have
Hyrule's
a
not
lot
cool
more
enough
Zelda
anymore. We
coming
got to
up
call it
today.
the world.
As we've talked about, we're really focusing on introducing you to the world, the things you can do in the world, how you're going to be surviving. It's really all about the actions and the activities. you won't be seeing so much in terms of characters and story. So if you're the type of person who doesn't want to be spoiled, feel free to tune in.
Looks like such a jolly guy.
Oh goody, more to come. Exploration segment coming up.
It's good to have little breaks in between stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much more I want to tell you about.
Well, I have to say, so far this is entertaining. I mean,
we're gonna take another
and at least it's good to know that they'll be showing off more other different stuff tomorrow, which I guess makes sense. Focus on the two big guns today, and then show off your other stuff tomorrow.
Well, okay, since we don't know how long the next segment is, shall we just?
I'm gonna look up the schedule to see how long the next segment is.
All right, in that case, go ahead because in a half hour I'm going to leave to make dinner, so we might we'll.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
So if it takes more than a half hour, we might as well just call it a day in terms of this particular commentary.
Hey.
Come on, and call it up.
Also, this music. No, mute.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
For all the. Oh, Joe.
Go ahead, Joe. What is it?
Let's see. So 12:25 p.m. Pacific time. So that's about a few hours away from me. Yeah, they listed in Pacific time. So let me get some conversion out.
For all the people who complain that, and I was kind of one of them, but not on the same scale as others were. Like for the people who complained that they were only showing Zelda in their main showcase, which is, I have to say, what they showed off was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zelda this looks like a pretty awesome game. It's like it's taking a really cool, fresh direction in terms of the story, in terms of the setting.
Plus
and the Pokemon stuff actually is very.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use this time very well, and they're not even done yet.
Yep. Let's see. 12.
I think what they showed off more than makes up for the fact that these two games are the only things that they're going to show today.
Yeah, and they're making up for it also by showing off more games tomorrow, so good organization skills. 12.
Hopefully tomorrow we'll get a release date for Dragon Quest VII.
Meanwhile,
we were told that 7 would release in summer. It's summer, and I still don't see a release date, Nintendo.
Plot twist, it comes out tomorrow.
It'll be interesting.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Meanwhile,
it'll be one of those moments where it's like, it's available now.
Yeah, it's like Steve Jobs.
Don't I wish.
Anyway,
go get it right now.
In the meantime, it seems Square Enix have uploaded a new trailer for Nier Automata on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Okay.
Anyway, in the meantime, 12:25 p.m. Pacific time seems to be 3:25 Eastern Standard Time for me, but that seems to be something about some NES connection thing, and then at 2:10 p.m. Pacific time, there's something called Beyond the Plateau gameplay, so I'm guessing that before that point, they're going to show off the, Okay, so apparently all this segment stuff is all part of the introduction, which we should see all before 3, apparently. Although no specifics, unfortunately, on these tinier components.
Well, like
3
I said,
is 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, Joe, I'm only going to be here for a half hour. So if the next segment lasts more than that, we might as well just end this here now.
Well, it
because
probably
me and Sarah have to
will.
go.
So should we just end this here and then watch the rest in post?
Yeah, we could always do that as well.
All right. Everybody, that was the Zelda / Pokemon Nintendo Treehouse thingy. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Mm-hmm.
So see you for the next Treehouse thingy.
Yeah,
I'm very surprised I enjoyed it, but yeah, see you then.
See ya.
Yeah, see you, everybody.